Why do you speak Dutch? You're a janitor. How is that possible? The words flew out of the millionaire's mouth before she could stop herself. The entire boardroom froze. Every executive stared at the janitor holding a mop. While effortlessly speaking a language none of them could understand in that single moment, everything in his life shifted because she wasn't just a millionaire. She was the woman who unknowingly held the key to his future. The building smelled of polished wood, fresh coffee, and quiet ambition. It was the headquarters of Lawson and Hart Global Investments, a place where millionaires discussed futures, markets, and power. And on the bottom floor, pushing an old cleaning cart with one wobbly wheel, walked Eli Turner, a single dad, a quiet janitor, a man most people looked past without really seeing. Eli wore a faded uniform, his sleeves rolled up to reveal forearms marked by labor. His dark eyes carried years of exhaustion, but also something deeper, something like unbroken hope. He wasn't supposed to be upstairs on the executive level, but a spill in the conference hall had brought him there. Minutes before the most important investor presentation of the year, executives brushed past him as if he were furniture. He didn't mind. He had learned long ago that dignity didn't need applause. At precisely 10 a.m., a woman in a white suit entered the building with an air of quiet authority. Her name was Sabrina Veldman, one of Europe's youngest self-made millionaires. She was smart, sharp-minded, and known for detecting talent faster than anyone else in the industry. Today, she was scouting American partners. No one expected the janitor to be the one who caught her attention. Eli wasn't always a janitor once. He had dreams, bigger than his small apartment. Dreams of teaching languages, dreams of becoming a translator for international firms, dreams that died the day his wife, Mila, passed away after giving birth to their son, Noah. Medical debt swallowed everything. Eli sold his car, his books, his furniture, his future. But he never sold his hope. He taught Noah 3 things every night: kindness, his strength, hard work, his honor, and language is a bridge. He taught his son Dutch, Spanish, German, every language he himself had learned from his immigrant parents. But the world didn't reward quiet brilliance, not when it came wrapped in a janitor's uniform. During the presentation setup, Eli was mopping the floor quietly when his phone buzzed. It was Noah. His son almost never called during school hours unless something was wrong, he answered immediately. But what no one expected was the language he used. Everything all right, buddy? Why are you calling during school? The sudden Dutch words sliced through the quiet room. It's like a spark in dry air. Executives turned. Assistants stared. Sabrina froze mid-dash step. Eli quickly finished the call, assuring his son everything would be okay, then tucked the phone away with a gentle smile. He bent over to continue mopping him. That's when Sabrina spoke. "Excuse me," she said softly. "Where did you learn to speak Dutch?" Eli looked up slowly, unsure if she was talking to him. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to disturb the meeting." Her eyes sharpened. "I asked where you learned." Dutch executives shifted uncomfortably. Some snickered. One whispered, "It's just a janitor. ... But Sabrina didn't blink. Eli cleared his throat. "My mother, ma'am. She was born in the Netherlands. She taught me when I was young." Sabrina stepped closer. "You speak fluently?" Eli shrugged softly. "Try. I haven't used it in years." A spark lit in her eyes. "What other languages can you speak?" she asked. His answer made the room lean in. Dutch, German, Spanish, Portuguese, a bit of French. Executives exchanged shocked glances. The janitor was multilingual. "Why are you here?" she asked gently. He looked down at the mop in his hand. "Life redirected me, ma'am. But I'm grateful for the work." Something inside her shifted. After the meeting ended, Sabrina walked straight to Eli. "Will you meet me in my office?" she asked. Every executive stared. Confused and slightly annoyed, she walked away without waiting for an answer. Eli stood frozen. Millionaires didn't call janitors into private meetings. When he finally entered her office, a glass room with views of the city, she was waiting with a stack of files. "Sit," she said warmly. "I'd like to know your story, for the first time in years." Eli spoke freely about his wife, his son, his dreams, his downfall, his strength. Sabrina listened without blinking. She slid a document across the table. "Translate this." She said it was a difficult Dutch business proposal. Eli read it once, then translated flawlessly. Her smile grew next. She handed him a German memo. He translated it to then a Spanish contract. Perfect. Finally, she closed the folder. "Eli," she said quietly, "you are not a janitor. You are potential." She leaned forward. "How would you like to work for me as a junior linguistic analyst? The pay is triple your current salary. Full benefits. And flexible hours so you can be there for your son." Eli stared at her, unable to breathe. I don't have a degree," he whispered. She shook her head. "I'm not hiring your paperwork. I'm hiring your mind." His eyes filled with tears. He hurriedly blinked away. "Why me?" he asked. Her answer was simple, because real talent doesn't always shine in bright places. Sometimes it waits in the shadows until someone switches on the light. Asterisk within weeks. Eli's life transformed. He traded his uniform for a crisp shirt, his mop for a laptop, and his quiet life for one filled with meaning. He enrolled in night classes. He bought no anew school supplies. He started saving instead of surviving. The first day he walked into work as an analyst, every executive who once ignored him stared in silent shame. Eli didn't gloat. He simply nodded respectfully. Grace was louder than pride. Months later, after proving himself through flawless work and unshakable humility, Sabrina called him into her office again. She handed him a contract. "This," she said, "is a full promotion to senior translator. You'll lead the department." Eli stood frozen. His hands trembled as he touched the paper. "Why? Why are you doing this for me?" Sabrina smiled. "Because the world needs more men like you. Men who rise quietly. Men who carry kindness even in struggle. Men whose strength doesn't shout, it shines." He swallowed hard. "Thank you," he whispered. "Don't thank me," she said gently. "You earned this long before I even met you." Eli Turner didn't become remarkable the day he spoke. Dutch, he always was. He just finally met someone who listened, because in a world that often looks down on quiet people, sometimes all it takes is one moment, one call, one conversation, one open door to reveal who they truly are. Tell me where you're watching from, and subscribe for more emotional stories that honor the quiet heroes among us.